Hey guys, Cat Bablets here. Recently you may have noticed a thread of mine that I posted that I was getting weird vibrations and noise along with contact from my track bar to the KDSS piston and sway bar bracket. So basically I wanted to make a video because I found out what the rattling noise was. Well, as you can see, I'm icon stage 1 all the way around. I don't know if you can't really see up front, but I also have the 3-inch overland rear springs. So naturally, when we do something to our cars, we tend to get a little suspicious that stuff is going to go wrong, especially when we start hearing awkward noises. So I started hearing a rattling sound, something different than the clicking. I don't know if you can see right here. That's kind of where the bracket right here for the rear sway bar is making connection with the track bar, and it's just like, this is the driver's side, the rear driver's side, and then the same thing on the passenger side. There's a little mark as well, but there's a distinct rattling sound that I couldn't figure out. Everything's tight, everything's loose. I thought my wheels and wheel spacers were actually falling off, but you guys are going to be able to hear this, but I'm going to try to make it happen before I actually show you where it's at. So banging around a little bit, right? So no real jarring, it doesn't happen, but when there's a slight vibration, you guys will hear it here right now. Very, very slight, right? Not shaking the car or anything, but if you look at the 3-inch rear overland spring, when I tap it, it sends vibrations up the coil, right? And I was like, huh, what could that be? So the springs aren't fully compressed here at the top, and what's happening is when you go over little bumps in the road that make your car vibrate, just even not like a shock like when you hit a bump, but just like the little subtleness and changes of height and depth in the road will cause both the rear springs to vibrate. I'll show you the passenger side. This one doesn't do it as much. Let me see if I can get a good angle on it. Yeah, see, this one doesn't really do it. I got it to do it once, but I'm not going to beat a dead horse with a stick. It does it sometimes. But this side, probably because there's not weight on this side or something, the gas tank's around here somewhere. It has to do with weight. So I want to put it out there that not only does, this is the passenger side KDSS bracket right here making contact with the track bar. Not only do I want to put it out there that it's very minimal, it's not really causing any damage. I'm going to try to file some away with the Dremel just to take some of it off to see how much I can get away with. I'll end up replacing it whenever I have the cash. I got twins on the way, so I'm in no rush, and obviously it's not causing any permanent or disfiguring damage to the vehicle. But I wanted to put it out there that if you get 3-inch rear overland springs, it doesn't hurt performance, but because it doesn't have the required rate or required weight on the springs, that it's going to cause some noises to happen. So the ride isn't harsh, or as harsh as people might say. It's actually quite nice, but because I don't have a bumper on here, which is what they recommend that the spring be compressed to due to a rear bumper, and it's for that extra weight, it's causing this noise. Trying to make it happen. You get the picture. Anyway, I just want to put that out there so you guys are aware. I'm slowly figuring this out as I have free time. You can see I'm still in uniform. You know, I had to go in for some work today. But it's been bugging me, and I needed to figure it out, and I'm sure you guys are curious too. If you want the 3-inch overland springs, get them. It's a pain in the ass to get these things in there, and it also you know, it's going to help out if you do eventually plan to go to a bumper. You get the springs to settle, and you get them in there, you do the one install for all your lift stuff, and then you don't have to tear it apart, because what I actually had to do was I had to remove the rear upper control arms. You can kind of see them right here. I believe that's what they're called. I'm not a car expert. I just take shit apart and put it back together the way I found it. But it's these two bars right here on either side of the axle. I had to remove that to be able to drop the axle a little bit further, so that way I can winch in these springs. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you plan on doing a rear bumper and you plan on getting these rear springs, just get them and do it once. Buy once, cry once, get it in there. It's an ass pain, but I like them so far. I'm figuring out all the niche noises. So just be mindful that when you do get the 3-inch rear overland springs, you are going to get some contact with the track bar due to this bracket. But that's minimal. You can see it's really no big deal. It's just, you know, makes you wonder, oh, is my car dying? But it's not. And then I'm getting vibrations because obviously these springs aren't compressed the way that they need to be. So a little public service announcement for you guys. Take care, be safe, and I appreciate you guys watching, checking out the video.